The traveling an official vehicle belonging to Ahmadu Bello University, which departed from Zaria, Kaduna State, but reportedly lost their way and inadvertently entered Mangu community, where they stopped to ask for direction to Pampan. Further note that soon after the request for direction, the heartless youth attacked them and killed 12 people and set the vehicle ablaze. Equally notes with great concern how an official vehicle belonging to a reputable university carrying men, women, and children to attend a wedding ceremony could be mistaken for that of terrorists, even in spite of the name of the university boldly inscribed in the vehicle and easily identifiable, could be associated with violence or criminality. Recall that the tragic killing of the innocent travelers in Plateau State is not an isolated incident, but part of the disturbing and recurring pattern of unchecked violence over the years. There have been several documented cases of attacks on non-combatant civilians and travelers, and no decisive government response has been recorded to forestall future occurrences. Concern that persistent killing of innocent travelers in Plateau State reflects a growing breakdown of law and order, which continues to undermine public trust in the capacity of government at all levels to protect lives and uphold the rule of law. Also concerned that failure to take prompt, decisive, and preventive action has emboldened non-state actors, normalized impunity, and created an atmosphere of fear and insecurity across affected communities. Further worried that this unchecked act of violence not only results in the tragic loss of innocent lives, but also threaten national cohesion, disruption of socio-economic activities, and the justice system, where citizens are left to their own devices in matters of security and justice. Accordingly resolved to, 1, condemn in strongest terms the brutal killing of 12 innocent wedding-bound travelers in Mangu district of Mangu local government area, Plateau State, as well as commiserate with the families of the victims and the government of Kaduna State over the tragic incidents. 2, mandate the Senate Committee on National Security, Intelligence, and Police Affairs and Defense to conduct a thorough investigation into the incident and make appropriate recommendation to the Senate. 3, urge the government of Plateau State and the federal government to pay compensation to the families of the victims of the incident and deploy more security personnel, including specialized units, to vulnerable areas in Plateau State and other parts of the country experiencing similar communal unrest, with particular focus on intelligence gathering, early warning system, and rapid response mechanism. 4, also urge the Inspector General of Police to ensure the immediate arrest and prosecution of all those found culpable in this incident and other previous attacks on travelers and innocent civilians in Plateau State in accordance with the law. And finally, observe a minute's silence in honor of the 12 victims of Mangu tragedy and all other innocent lives lost to mindless violence in Plateau State. I so move. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, distinguished colleagues.
From Kaduna State. I rise to second the motion as moved by my brother and colleague, Senator Akpabio, and to also add that I align myself totally with all the prayers, because the input or the inference from the memo and what transpired will amount to what the Bible describes as a thorough investigation be conducted. And gratefully too, I heard that some people have been arrested. So if there's no punishment ascribed or seen to have been meted out to those who are involved, it will encourage others to continue to carry out such blatant activities. So for us here, we want to urge that the security agencies be more vigilant, because most of these things happened in urban places. It's not like an isolated environment. So there's need to be to deploy more intelligence and vigilance in such areas that are considered as flashpoints. So I totally align with the prayers and urge that the needful be done by the Senate and the government as a whole. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
I've always reason to speak in all matters concerning security and killings of people in this country over the years. What we have today, I can liken it to say, like Benue, like Plateau, the same thing is happening in this axis. Apart from insurgency from the Northeast and other places, over the years, we have been dealing with the same type of killings and massacre across this axis. And I'm only happy that last week, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did what I have been harping on each time this type of situation occurred, that the President and Commander-in-Chief is the one that will deal with the matter decisively. And last week, Mr. President did exactly that. He went to the local Sinquo and saw for himself and ordered security agencies, let's get them out. Let's get them out and deal with them. In less than 1 week, the IG of police had made his address. 26 people were arrested. This morning, it has gotten to 53. If the president had not given this marching order to the security agencies, probably today we'll be talking in hushed tones what happened in Benue. The same way it has happened in Plateau. There's no nature of killing that we have dealt in this Senate that is not gruesome in nature. The same style of killing people, opening the bowels of pregnant women, killing them as if they are goats. So I think that what has happened in Plateau is the same thing that what has been happening in the Benue. Mr. President, you were here in the 8th Senate. You were here as the minority leader. You recall that in April of 2018, 72 people were killed in this place, this area of Benue State, 72 at a time. 2 weeks after, 17 people were murdered again in a church service, in a mass, including 2 priests. It was that day that we spoke here, everybody was angry. And in my contribution, I called on President Muhammad Buhari that if he failed to fish out these people in the next few days, that he should take the blame. The same day he made an order, like the president made an order last week, that these people must be fished out. Within 4 days, Mr. President, on Sunday, 4 people were arrested and paraded with AK-47 rifles. So it means that action can be taken, but through proper directive. So while we mourn and regret these tragic incidents, we want to urge Mr. President not to relent. Because the questions he asked in Benue last week to his service chiefs put them on their extra alert, and we have seen the result. So I thank Mr. President for what he has done, and let it be the fashion that people who are doing this will know that they cannot kill and disappear to the thin air. That's what I've been seeing both in Kogi, all places where they kill, no arrests are made. So this is a wake-up call. The way President has given this directive, let that directive remain constant in the minds of our security chiefs, that when they kill, Mr. President is expecting them to do something. So on this note, I will say that in as much as this thing is very regrettable, proper action will lead to proper results. So I believe that this is the way to go. I thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, distinguished. I saw this on television and I was very saddened. Today has not been particularly joyful for me because bringing these memories back is very disturbing. One death in any part of Nigeria affects all parts of Nigeria and even globally, because life ought to be sacrosanct. And the killers are not, they are not relenting. They have no mercy. They have no empathy. And to kill 200 people, even the young people that burned, these people were traveling in a bus that was marked University of Zaria. I'm at Rebello University, Zaria. So I don't know how somebody will go and kill and burn down and even burn the bodies and burn the bus at the same time. I mean, this is as if we are losing it under any guise. But maybe investigation will find out why they did what they did. And I believe that with the instruction of Mr. President, the directives, that the killers will be fished out. We will continue to work hard in collaboration with the President to make sure that Nigeria is safer than what it is today. The resurgence of insecurity in the country, I hope is not politically linked. Let me just hope that it's just the increase in terrorism and banditry. Otherwise, God will not allow those who are sponsoring these kind of things and financing these killings to go free. One day they will meet their end, but I hope very soon. So thank you for bringing this to the fore, and we'll just go straight into your prayers. Prayer 1, condemn in strongest terms the brutal killing of the 12 innocent wedding-bound travelers in Mango district of Mango local government area of Plateau State, and also commiserate with the families of the victims and the government of Kaduna State over this tragic incident. Those in support of prayer 1, as enunciated, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 2, mandate the committees on national security and intelligence, police affairs and defense to conduct a thorough investigation into the incidents and make appropriate recommendations to the Senate. I think this is very important. Committee on National Intelligence should from time to time bring periodic reports to the Senate. And intelligence is key. And if we have early intelligence, we can nip some of these things in the bud. I know that maybe there are more incidences that would have happened and, than what has escaped the attention of security agents. So once in a while, please, from time to time, let's have quarterly reports from your committee on what is going on. Those in support of prayer 2, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3, urge the government of Plateau State and the federal government of Nigeria to pay compensation on these 12 people that were killed to the families of the victims, and the incidents should be condemned in totality, and also deploy more security personnel, well, including specialized units to man vulnerable areas in Plateau State and other parts of the country. Those in support of prayer 3 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 4, urge the Inspector General of Police to ensure the immediate arrest and prosecution of all those found culpable in this incident, and to also ensure that travelers and innocent civilians in Plateau State are protected in accordance with the law. Those in support of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. And finally, let us honor the 12 victims by observing a minute silence and praying for the repose of their souls. Those in support of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. May we rise for 1 minute silence to honor the souls of these Magu killings.